Our word of the week this week is aer. Aer. So we get our English word air from aer, and you'll notice that we have an alpha, an eta, and a rho. Those are the three letters that form our word. And alpha and eta do not form a diphthong. So we don't need diacritical marks to tell us that it doesn't form a diphthong, because these are two letters that cannot form a diphthong when placed together. So aer is our word of the week, and roughly it means the region between the earth and the moon. In the ancient world, it was thought that the air that we breathe goes as far as the moon, and then the realm of the stars and the planets is beyond that and beyond the air. But it's important for us to understand the pre-New Testament Greek understanding, the ancient Greek and classical Greek understanding of what the air is, because it isn't just one thing. It is the space between the earth and the heavens. It's below outer space. But it is that which is in contact with the earth but is above the earth. And the air is thought to be spiritually impure. And as such, it can be the province of demons or evil spirits. They can be at work in the air, but there's another thing called the ether, and the ether is pure, and that would be the province of angels or gods. So Paul takes this notion of the sort of impurity of the air being a place in which evil spirits can operate, and he uses it in Ephesians chapter 2, verse 2. So let's take a look at it from the ESV with the Koine supplied. And you were dead in the trespasses and sins in which you once walked, following the course of this world, following the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that is now at work in the sons of disobedience. So in that phrase, the prince of the power of the air, and air here is aeros. Aeros, this is the realm in which this princely power operates. The air is, unlike the ether, is an impure realm in which evil can function and operate. So Paul understands that the people who live in Ephesus is a major metropolis. It's a Hellenized city in Anatolia, in what's today we call Turkey, have a Greek understanding, a Hellenized understanding of the air versus the ether. And he uses that to indicate to them in language that they would recognize that there's an evil spirit at work in the world. He's a prince of the power of the air, not of the ether, but of the air, and he has an effect of working disobedience in the hearts of people. So next we'll see the air simply as the realm between heaven and earth. This is in 1 Thessalonians 4, verse 17. Then we who are alive, who are left, will be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, eis aera, and so we will always be with the Lord. Now I want you to notice something here. It's eis aera, not en aera. There are two prepositions for the word en in Koine, and kind of in English too. So en means in, as in inside something. So in English, if we were using the preposition en, we would say the book is in the drawer. That's where it is. It's sitting inside the drawer. But if we want to use the word eis to say the boy went into the room, eis, into the room, we're communicating motion or movement. The boy is moving from one place into another. The boy went into the room. But the book is in the drawer, has no movement associated with it. The book is sitting, it's in place inside the drawer. So here, by using the preposition eis rather than the preposition en, Paul is writing to the Thessalonians about a movement of those who remain being caught up together with the Lord in the air. They're moving from the earth into the air and into the place where they will always be with the Lord. So that's an important distinction between those two prepositions. Sometimes the little words are the important words. It's built into the preposition is the notion of movement, of changing location, of going from one place or position to another, whereas N doesn't give us that. Let's move on and take a look at the air as simply an insubstantial thing. This is in 1 Corinthians 14:9, and it's in regard to speaking in tongues and not having someone who understands what's being said present. So with yourselves, if with your tongue you utter speech that is not intelligible, how will anyone know what is said? For you will be speaking into the air. Eis aera laluntes. The laluntes is the participle speaking, and notice the preposition here is eis and not en. You're not speaking in the air, you're speaking into the air. Your words are moving into the air. But with language, we don't want our words to move into the air. We want them to move into the understanding of people. And that's where Paul says, if you're speaking in tongues and it's unintelligible, there's not someone there who understands and can interpret what you're saying, your words are just going out into the air. There's futility in this. It carries no meaning and therefore has no effect. So futility is built into this notion of speaking into the emptiness of the air. There's another verse about futility in 1 Corinthians. It's in chapter 9, verse 26. So I do not run aimlessly. I do not box as one beating the air. The air. Beating the air is an act of futility. The air doesn't mind. It cannot feel your punches, right? So what's our word of the week? It is air. From it we get air. It's this empty space, which we know today is not empty, but it's this space between the earth and space. It's this open area that is not like the ether, that is pure and is fit for the angels and for gods, but is impure and is a working medium for evil spirits. But it also just means this gap in which we're breathing and in which we're speaking and which we may find ourselves shadow boxing in futility. So there we go, air. It's not just for breathing. It has a lot of meanings, and it's heavily influenced, especially in Ephesians, by the ancient Greek concept of this realm of impurity and evil demonic forces. Thanks for watching. Hope that was good for you. If it was, you know what to do. And until next time, Karis Kairene Humin, grace and peace to you.